Let's go back to your imagination because that's what it's designed for. To imagine the end state of what you want to be instead of imagining how all the steps are going to unfold to get you there. You're going to keep a mental image of an event that symbolizes you reaching that goal. That's your role in this movie. That's the only role you have. You hold that mental image as best as possible of where you're going and how it feels to be there. And you let your higher mind, God, source, universe sort itself out. The steps to get to that end will require some action on your part, a lot of action. But now you've tuned your navigation system to the right coordinates instead of letting it all fall to chance. Essentially, that's how you practice living in the end from a daily perspective. But it holds a few nuanced meanings because it really implies you live in the emotional state of your end goal and you mimic that state of already having accomplished it. I call it harmonization between your mind and your body. The mind is going to think it and the body is going to do it. And things can get confusing on these YouTube streets if you have been misinformed that it's all in your thoughts. Yeah, your mind can jump into all the possible 5D timelines of your life through your imagination, but that body of yours cannot. So you're going to have to do physical actions to receive physical rewards. Use that mind of yours to get a clear image of the who, what, when, where, and why of the best version of yourself. Then you act it out in your mind's eye, running the scene of living out a huge accomplishment of that life over and over again before you sleep until your external world starts to catch up. You do the things the way that version of you would do. When you shift your vibration to match that life, the rewards of that life start showing up. The right people, the right connections, the right ideas, the perfect timing comes to you in sync because you finally became the vibrational match for it. Here's what that looks like when you're boots on the ground, when it's a regular weekday and you're trying to get this to work in your life. Living in the end as a wealthy person has nothing to do with buying a fake watch or flexing on IG for a bunch of people you don't know and a bunch of people you don't care about with a bunch of things that you can't afford. It's about doing the small things that a wealthy person actually does in daily life. Use your imagination when you're stepping out to eat, whether it's your next lunch or dinner. If you're focused on your wealth, imagine that you're worth $10 million while you're out. Keep it in your mind. When you step out for that little lunch, that little bit of dinner, that bite to eat, and the bill comes, what's the smallest thing that you think you could do to match that vibration? You leave a generous tip. I've always made this a practice over the last few years, and when I started getting in the room with a lot of millionaires, seasoned millionaires, they are very generous with their money towards the service that they receive from others. People with money understand that they are never spending money. They are putting it into circulation. This act is tiny, but it has a huge effect on synchronizing your body's actions with your mind's mental state. A wealthy, successful man is also a man that's very good at delegating. Stop trying to be the one who touches every single part of your workflow, every single part of your business, and hand over some of that work to other people, skilled people. To make it up that ladder of success in a corporation, you have to learn how to be a leader. And to make it up that ladder of entrepreneurial success, you have to delegate. So start practicing that quality in your personal life. The thing that I see that stops most ambitious people, most businessmen, most businesswomen is this: the fear of bringing on talent that can actually help you make more money. Let's go back to being that $10 million man again. Let's go back to being worth $10 million. If we sat down together and I interviewed you and asked you how the wealthy you runs their business, you would talk about how many employees and how many team members you have, would you not? So get started in any way that you can to match the body up with the mind. Take some action. This is what I'm getting at. Action is what pulls the thoughts into the 3D world once they are decided on in the imagination. Your mind moves in 5 dimensions and it can go anywhere it wants to, see anything it wants to see, run any future that you want to run. Your body cannot. It lives here in the 3rd dimension, and the 3rd dimension needs action. You use your mind to find the path that you want, and you see it and you lock onto it. Then your body walks it. It walks the walk and it talks the talk. This is not an option for success. It's a condition to receive it. Your body and your nervous system are how your vision moves out of your imagination and onto the screen of your life for you to live out.